Buongiorno everyone! Another story about my favorite trip through Italy. The sun is shining outside and I slept really well, and I wondered if the motorbike is still in front of the hotel. I overheard the story about stealing a motorcycle, so I hoped it wouldn't happen to me. I went for breakfast and it smells really nice. It smells coffee, cheese, cakes, fruits, everything. I'm a really big foodie and I enjoy good food wherever I go. And when I think about just a croissant, that's something I really wanted to eat every morning. Yes, I'll pack every 2 days, maybe 3, depends. And it's not fun to put things in a suitcase and vice versa every time. Sometimes I load wrongly and I cannot close the suitcase, which is really a problem. The checkout passed quickly and I got on the bike and I headed to the mall. It's time for shopping. Let's say I like the work of McQueen because he's so creative and he has a big imagination. It's truly inspiring. I would really like to try once, and when I think about the everyday outfit, the closest to my taste is Chanel style, or maybe Dior, something like that. If I'm really in the mood to wear colors, probably it would be Hermes. Anyway, I bought a jacket and some shoes, and I was ready to go to Venice. I think it took me about 1 hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get there. I don't know how exactly I missed the highway exit, but I did. And I had a really minor accident, so I didn't get off the highway when I needed to, so I found myself on a toll that I had to go through, and I couldn't go back somehow. So I passed the toll, I paid 65 euros, and then I made a half circle and just came back and paid the same amount again. So it was kind of nightmare. To be left out with the 130 euros just because I'm foolish and because I was dreaming on my way, there must be a way to sort it out, this kind of problem. And of course, I'm not the first, not the last. It looks like there is situation happen all the time. And as soon as I call for help, there is some button you press and then somebody just talk to you to help you in with your issue. And they sent me to the department next to the tool station to solve the problem. It was really hot outside and the heat. I was in the suit and waiting in the line, which was quite long. I thought I would melt, and it was really hard to stand. And finally, when it was my turn, the oldest guy smiled at me and he was kind of cheerful and willing to solve my problem, but he doesn't know English and me even less Italian. So luckily there was a young man who managed to translate somehow and he solved my case. So I went back on the road, and this time I did not miss the exit but reached the accommodation. I just love my accommodation. It's a Hotel Nice. You can see a link below if you would like to visit anytime. It's a beautiful big house turned into a small hotel, and here we are in Venice, in the city center. City is really charming, and those moments while I'm walking are really pleasing, like relaxing, and everything is so colorful but also old at the same time. And people looks like they have all the time in the world. They're so relaxed, smiling and having fun. Of course, there's gelato alla fragola, which is, I think, one of my favorites. I think you should try gelato. Is it fragola or chocolate? It doesn't matter. That cream that melts and the freshness that strawberry gives, that was amazing. Considering it's August, I expect it to be more crowded. which I really like. And as for cafes and restaurants, it reminds me a bit of French style. The tables are outside and people pass by you as you eat and watching you, and I guess that's normal. At first it seems quite strange to me, but not in a positive way, to be honest. Imagine that you eat and somebody passes by you and look at you at your plate. However, after a while I realized it's a kind of tradition and maybe it's okay. And on the contrary, I start to liking it after 2 days. And that's also a way to meet people, new people, of course. Told I'm alone and it's my birthday, and I always celebrate my birthday with my family or friends, or both. I didn't have a plan, so I decided to just go along the way. While I was wandering around, I was thinking where to eat. I got hungry, and I picked a place it's quite next to the water, because it's my favorite setting for the restaurant and the best atmosphere. From my point of view, I made a really good choice. The gnocchi was delicious and wine was divine. I prefer red wine, of course. I just love dry, well-balanced, full-body red wine with lots of tannins. I believe one of my favorite ones is Barolo. And also, if you're keen to learn more about the Barolo wine, also you can check the link below the video. I didn't feel alone. All my friends called me while I was having a dinner. I was really happy. I got lots of phone calls over Skype from my mom, my sister, my close friends, my dad. I was really over the moon. It was a little bit uncomfortable feeling because I was in a restaurant but I didn't care so much because it was my birthday. And night fell and it was time to go back for the bike and go to sleep. I was really tired. And all the alleys were kind of similar, and if they didn't look like that, I kind of managed to get lost. And after getting lost at Venice, I came across a concert that took place in an Asian church, and it was amazing feeling getting in. It was the magical sounds of organ, and after an hour and a half of concert, I got really tired and set off hoping to find my bike. And unbelievably, I found it very quickly. I headed to the hotel, overjoyed, and I took a quick shower and fell asleep within a second.